Hi there. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to set up your online business successfully, and we're going to demystify the logistics of it. So what do you actually need to put in place before you get started? Hi there. My name is Helga K, and I help corporate women launch a profitable online business even if they don't have their own products. Now, before we get into the goods, I do want to let you know that I've put together a free resource for you. It's called The Ultimate Guide for Corporate Women Launching a Profitable Online Business. And it lays out all of the foundational elements that you need to have in place, your infrastructure and everything that you need so that you can then build your online business successfully from that foundation. And I'll include that in the description below with a link, and you can just go to that link and download it when you're ready. All right, so let's get to the goods. So let's demystify all of these logistics. So if you're starting your online business, you need to first understand, are you building it because it's just a hobby? Is it something that you want to then develop into a full-fledged business? And this is going to matter because if you're generating income, the tax department is going to want to know about it, and you want to position yourself so that you're legal and you don't have any issues with the tax department. All right, this was a biggie. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you've got a reputable person that can give you financial advice and tax advice. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not providing any kind of advice regarding taxes. I am just expressing what I've done for myself to position my business legally within Canada. So I'm obviously talking about Canadian laws and what we need to do in Canada. The US, there's going to be some similarities, but do make sure that you reach out and make sure that you've got a tax professional on board to guide you. All right, so first of all, you want to have a name for your business because you're going to register your company. Now, just to give you an example, my company name is BizMind Consulting, but my branding and everything that I do online is under my personal brand, which is Helga K. Now, we'll get into that a little bit further, but you want to establish a business name for your business, and then you want to register that business so that it is legitimate. Next step is going to be setting up a bank account specifically for your business. And it's important that you keep your bank account and all of your expenses separate from your personal, because again, your tax professional is going to tell you the optics are important when it comes down to the tax department. And so if you're mixing everything in within your personal finances and your personal bank account, it's not going to look very good. It's going to look more like a hobby. And if that's the direction you're going in, then that's fine. But just understand that if you're looking to build a business, it has to look like a business all the way from a bank account to all of your expenses, how you're reporting your expenses, and having a separate credit card for all of your business expenses. Which leads me to the next one, is having a separate credit card. Now, it doesn't have to be a business credit card. In some cases, there are a lot of expenses that go along with a business credit card, and it's not necessary. There are some perks, but if you're just starting out, just have a separate credit card that allows you to do all of those expenses for your business. You're going to have things like web hosting. You're going to have tools and software that you're going to need to purchase. Now, again, there's minimal costs involved with it, but you're still going to need some costs, or you're going to need to purchase some things for your business. No business has zero expenses. Plus, you're also going to need to be able to educate yourself. So you might have to enhance your training on. Now, those are the major things that you're going to need to put in place when you're set. The next phase of the logistics is creating your presence online. So you're going to need three things. You're going to need a domain name. You're going to need web hosting and a website to put on that web hosting. And you're also going to need an autoresponder, meaning you need an email service provider that will allow you to collect email addresses of your potential clients. So let's just talk about these briefly. So your domain name, I highly suggest you brand yourself, use your name. People want to do business with a person, not a large company. So for example, my branding is called helgak.com. So you want to go to a domain purchasing site and purchase your name. The next piece is web hosting and a website. Now, web hosting is like having a physical address that you pay rent for if you were to own a brick and mortar store. So web hosting is, in a sense, is your location on the internet that you can do business with. And then having a website on that web hosting is going to be your brick and mortar store, where you're able to allow people to come in, see who you are, and show off your wares and services. The third piece is your email autoresponder. And this is important because as people are coming to you, you want to be giving them something in exchange for their email address. And this is going to allow you to then communicate with those individuals after they've come to you with the initial contact. You can continue to bring more information to them, give them valuable education. Maybe you've got discounts and new product launches. It's a way for you to continue to communicate with individuals. Now, those are the real basics, and we want to keep this simple. As you're starting out, you don't need a whole lot of things. You want to start off with just what you need. As you're building your business, then you can start to add things and add more software if you need them. But the idea here is you want to start lean and mean. You want to be bringing in revenue. And if it's necessary, then at that point and you need to expand, then you can take those revenues that are coming in and you can further invest in your business. But for now, that's all you need to get started. And again, if you want to have a guide in terms of what sort of foundations you need to put in place, my free guide is called The Ultimate Guide for Corporate Women Launching a Profitable Online Business. And it's going to give you all of the elements, the necessary elements that you need to put in place to build that infrastructure. And also I've given you all of my resources that I've used to start my business lean and mean. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed bringing this information to you. And so that's it for today. We'll see you next time around.